Human rights protections and promotions are frequently mentioned in various human rights agenda in international and national level. Protections and promotion of human rights are such inseparable package of human rights agenda. In many cases, people even do not understand the difference between the two. In a simple understanding, the promotions of human rights comprise actions such as the making of legal documents, both having binding or non-binding characters, educations, socializations, and campaign to state and non-state actors through various mediums in order to raise their support and awareness, which the final objective is to make the actors know, understand, and fulfill their responsibilities to protect human rights. The second term, human rights protections. It is an actions to protect, fulfill, respect human rights without any discriminations. The job of protecting human rights is primarily assumed by the states, but according to the development of international human rights law, international society also have the responsibility to protect human rights through the mechanism called responsibility to protect, better known as RTP. The main promoter of human rights is actually also the state, but along with the globalizations and the development of world events, various non-state actors are also actively promoting human rights. So I will set this essay within the context of international politics, where states having relation with other states and non-state actors through various mechanisms such as through international organizations. The main premise of this essay is that the protection of human rights is more important than the promotions of human rights. The premise above will be supported by several reasons. First, the protections is more important because it has a direct impact to the rights of the people. And second, the protection is more important because it's actually a key to successful promotion. As a disclaimer, I will not argue which one to be eliminated or removed. Both protections and promotions are in a good progress are entirely needed by the people around the world. But which one is more important is what will be the focus of this essay. So now to move to the first one, right? First, the protections of human rights is having a direct impact to the life of the people. It directly touched the objective of human rights agenda, that is protecting the people's dignity. If we talk about promotion of human rights, the actors that become the object of promotion may not do its responsibility to protect the rights of the people. The words of promotion in itself means after we promote, we cannot force state or other actors to do their responsibilities. Big probability are present for state and non-state actors to not protect the dignity of the people. Where we know that when we talk about human rights, we talk about the life and death of the people, and we know that when it relates with the life and death of the people, it cannot rely on the probability. Under the international emergency context, we can use the example of responsibility to protect mechanism, which stands as one kind of human rights protections versus the promotions by the UN bodies. Under R2P mechanism, international society could directly save the life and protect the human rights. But then we go to promotion, such as warning the making of legal documents between conflicting parties. It is then up to the parties to whether or not protect the life of its citizen. And even promotion made by the third parties or non-conflicting parties, such as campaign through social media to have those whose human rights have been deprived, it often fail, right? Because it finally have to have the consent of those who have the responsibility to protect the human rights, such as the state. Simple example is the Asian Youth Forum. that has various human rights agenda, including the condemnations against brutal treatment for students. It is a part of the promotions of the human rights, but these condemnations does not work. It has no power because it is up to the state leaders to take the actions. So human rights protections is way more important and fundamental for saving the dignity of the people because it is the protectors who takes the lead. And promotion, it is the one that become the object of the promotion that take the lead and no examination mechanism to guarantee the result. A sustainable protections of the dignity of the people will easily be reached if the one who have the responsibility to protect the rights of the people directly take actions through protections. Now move to the second one, right? The protection of human rights is a key to a successful promotion, is a prerequisite for a successful promotion. The protection of human rights sends a message of commitment and seriousness of a state to be responsible of its people. Why is that so? We all know that protecting the human rights has never been an easy job. States are facing various problems in order to do their job. Most circumstances faced by the third world, for example, are cultural, security, and financial constraints. The moment states show that they are working hard in protecting human rights of their people, it sends the notions that these states do care and do something about their people. That is how other parties will appreciate these states. Later on, when these states are doing the promotions, the parties that being the object of the promotion will easily relate how to respect, how to protect the human rights. States, these states are becoming the role model for respecting and protecting human rights. One of the kinds of human rights promotions is raising public awareness, right? If the state already does a job for human rights protection to its citizens, the citizen will then appreciate that state effort and having sympathy to state promotion of respecting each other's rights. In a reverse version, promotion of human rights will hardly to succeed without the protection first. If the state are not protecting the human rights but only promoting, the object of the promotion will hardly relate how to protect and respect the human rights. Using the simple logic of advertisement in a promotion, the one that become the promoter should be able to make the object of the promotion to trust them in order for the promotion to work, right? And this trust actually derived from the practices by the promoter, the success story of human rights protection of the promoter. In other words, we can see the consistency of words that is being promoted and the actions of the promoter. The reason why the promotion of human rights and democracy in Middle East by the United States of America was not working is because many of its foreign policy in the Middle East is exactly killing lots of innocent people through war, which obviously violating human rights, and US also used the practice of clientelism with totalitarian regime, which frequently depriving the human rights. It shows that promotion without protection will hardly to work. The inconsistency of the promoter will hardly to work. Within the context of international organizations, protection before promotions is very important. A member state brings protection of human rights first. The member state will have the standard and experience for the international human rights law and international human rights document made by that organization in the future, making promotions become easier and applicable to the local condition. This will finally result in an efficient and effective promotions. In the development of international politics, to make non-state actors like terrorist groups to respect human rights only by promotion of human rights will mostly just not work. Even access to human rights promotion is impossible. The protection of human rights will slightly have a better chance to even remove and prevent terrorism than depriving human rights from happening again. We know that the root of terrorism is actually inequality, right? Groups of people feeling that their rights is not being respected and granted by the government, fueled up by radical doctrine, and finally they establish a terrorist group. Protection of human rights will make these people do not have any reason to make a radical movement and easily fueled up by radical doctrine because they already enjoy the life uh, that a state has protect and also granted. They enjoy living in that state. Well, promotion without protection will make these terrorists to be groups have a strong reason to not have the sympathy with the government because they will say that these government are only saying a wishy-washy garbage without any proof on how they can do this. In the conclusions, the promotion of human rights is undoubtedly necessary, but the protection of human rights is a fundamental and a more important human rights agenda in order to protect the dignity of the people. The protection of human rights will have a direct impact to the people and will make promotions of human rights will even be easier. So that's all my explanation. Thank you.